Well, hello, and it's about, I don't know, 20th of January, so the holidays are frighteningly drawing to a close. And so I'm just going to talk a little bit about school holidays because everyone has them, and because I'm a teacher, I have them too. My daughter said to me yesterday, why is it that just when you're ready to do some activity, the holidays seem to be almost over? And I thought about that, and I thought, well, that does seem like that. You know, just when we're starting to paint and decorate and fix up the house, I have to start thinking about going back to work. And I said to her, I think when the holidays start, you're tired, you're really tired. And we've had end of term everything, breakups, farewells, sporting things are finished, prize givings. For a teacher, there's lots of marking and things to be tidied up and stuff you have to have ready for next year. And then it's Christmas, bang, and Christmas is full on. And then a few days later it's New Year, and then people start to say, whew, okay, now I can relax. And for us, we went away for a week or so. We went up north. Last year we went to Cape Reinga, did the whole right to the top of the island thing. This time we thought we'd do the Coromandel because I've never done that. And so we went to my mother's in Tauranga, then we slipped around the corner, and we had friends from the parish staying up in Whangamata, and then we had friends from the parish at Matarangi, and so it was kind of like home away from home, but we shooted all around the Coromandel, and it's pretty empty, you know, winding roads and tiny little villages, but apart from Whangamata, not many shops. And so we had to go all the way around down the other side to go to Thames to buy all our food. And then we went right up to this remote place. And when I mean remote, I could come out in the morning with my cup of coffee, and all you could hear were the birds, tui. I know I've talked about tuis before, but I just love them. All night you'd hear the moorpork going, you know, and nothing else, not another sound. It was just, it's magic. And then we came back into the real world and realised we need to clean up the house. And so that's the next thing you've got to do on the holidays, is sort out all the accumulated junk from the whole previous year of mad rushing chaos. So everyone started to clean out their drawers and run bags round to the charity bin round the corner, fill up the nice clothes to give preps to some nice friends who've got young children, sort out some toys that we're not going to need anymore. And at that point I think, gosh, we bought that paint at the end of last year, I better start using that. So I say I'm going to paint we call this the new room, but it's been around for a long time now. And it's getting rid of the old green and yellow of the 90s. Remember the 80s were all about pastels. 90s were a bit more into sort of, I don't know, not earthy tones, but colour highlighting. You know, you had your feature wall or your panels of colour. Now it's a more natural look. People are into creams and tans and sisal, and so this is quarter sisal, but I've only done one coat so far. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of it in my hair, and that will refresh this room and make it a new room. And that's what we figured happens with the holidays too, is that it's a break to refresh, to clean out the old stuff, to start again for new. And maybe in the southern hemisphere, having all this stuff at the New Year break is a good idea, so that you start the new year with some New Year's resolutions and a chance to have a great year this year, for school, for study, for other people's lives as well. Ours happens to revolve around school. You get that chance to refresh. Oddly enough, we don't go to mass so much perhaps at New Year because everyone's on holiday. And do you go find the church when you're on holiday, or just think, oh, we'll sleep in, it's Sunday but we're away and no one will know? I went to mass last week at a different parish from mine, and it was great because I had no responsibilities. I could just sit there and just enjoy the Spirit of the Lord, and maybe that's what holidays are about too, is listening to the birds and taking some time out with your children, with your family, and really refreshing your spirit. Some of the friends we called in had friends staying with them. Their daughter had 10 friends, their son had 5, but then he went off somewhere else and left the 5 big boys there. Another son had a friend, and so it's times they had 20 people staying, but they'd somehow found a way to chill out with that. You know, they'd agreed on who would do jobs, who would put in a bit of cash, and they were just relaxed about it, you know, and that's important too, is to be able to just say, hey, it is the holidays. My problem is, you know, in about 10 days time I've got to know everything that's going on for next year, for this year. So while I'm doing this kind of thing, my mind is starting to whir about what's coming, but I think I'm ready for it. So it means the holidays have worked. I'm refreshed, I'm ready to start 2010. So let's see how that goes.